Hello everyone, I am Neha Singh. Welcome to the Current Affairs Bulletin of this week. Here are the national news. A new bridge over Savitri River gets constructed within record time. A new bridge over Savitri River constructed at Mahad district in Maharashtra in a record 165 days. Last year, the 1928 bridge collapsed and thus this new bridge comes into existence. The new bridge is 16 meter wide and 239 meter long with lighting arrangement, footpath, food alarm system, anti-corrosive steel, road safety measures and painted with collaboration paint. 2,383 aids and assisted living devices distributed to 1,266 senior citizens under Rashtriya Vyoshri Yojana. The devices like walking stick, elbow crutches, walkers, wheelchairs, spectacles, etc. were distributed by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment to the senior citizens belonging to BPL category. In the Union Budget 2015 and 16, the assistance to the needy senior citizens was announced. After this centrally sponsored scheme, Rashtriya Vyoshri Yojana was formulated. Under this scheme, the physical aids and assisted living devices would be provided to the senior citizens living under BPL category and suffering from old age related disabilities. The scheme aimed to benefit 5,20,000 senior citizens over the period of 3 years. PM Modi greeted BIMSTEC nations on the 20th anniversary of the international organization. Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation is an international organization among 7 nations of South Asian and Southeast Asian along the Bay of Bengal, which includes Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Bhutan and Nepal. It was formed in 1997 at Bangkok as BIST EC, that is Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, Thailand Economic Cooperation. BIMSTEC has its current secretariat at Dhaka, Bangladesh. Nepal holds its current chairmanship since 2014. Total 4 BIMSTEC summit held since 2004, the first one at Bangkok, Thailand and the latest in 2016 at Goa, India. Government launched new Skill for Life, Save a Life initiative. The objective of this initiative is to increase both quantity and quality of trained professionals in healthcare sector of the country. Under this initiative, a program named First Responder Course has been launched for both professionals and common citizens to train them so they can provide proper first aid and initial care of the accidental person in an emergency situation. The curriculum of the course is designed by National Institute of Health and Family Welfare and AIIMS, Delhi. This project is launched by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. IMD predicts normal monsoon this year after updating its rain forecast. According to IMD, India would receive normal rainfall this year would have been around 98% of long period average. In April, IMD predicted only 96% of rainfall because the strong influences of El Nino was noticed earlier in the later half of the season. But now the scientists have the view that this is weaker than anticipated. Another reason for the prediction is the positive Indian Ocean dipole, which would negate the impact of the El Nino. El Nino is related to the warming up of equilateral Pacific Ocean, whereas Indian Ocean dipole is the alternate warming and cooling of its western part as compared to its eastern one. India is going to become full-time member of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. PM Modi is going on a 2-day visit Kazakhstan for SCO Summit 2017 in Astana. In this summit, India is going to upgrade from observer status in SCO to the full-time member. Along with India, Pakistan is also going to obtain its full-time membership. Once they become members, it became obligatory for them to participate in the joint military exercise against terrorism under SCO RATS with the member nations of SCO. Indian corporate GMR Airports Limited won a bid to develop international airport in Greece. The airport will be developed at Heraklion in the Greece island of Greece as Kastelli International Airport. This is the second such project backed by company in Europe. The first was Istanbul Sabiha Gökhan Airport of Turkey. The company has also built airports in New Delhi and Hyderabad, and its current president is Siddharth Kapoor. GMR Airports is the subsidiary company of the Bengaluru-based GMR Infrastructure Limited. Government will soon restrict manufacturing of oxytocin to PSUs. Oxytocin is a hormone drug which is used to indiscriminately and illegally by dairy owners and farmers. It is used to boost milk production and to make vegetables look bigger and fresher, example pumpkin, brinjal, watermelon, cucumber, etc. It was banned in India for retail sale in 2014 by Drug Controller General of India. It is a Schedule H drug. Oxytocin was synthesized in 1953 by Vincent du Viognier, for which he received Nobel Prize in 1955. Oxytocin was used in pregnancy-related problems. Ministry of Civil Aviation to start digital services of air travelers. The ministry, in coordination with the civil aviation industry, announced the DigiYatra, the new digitally unified flying experience for the airline passengers. Its objective is to deliver Indian customers a seamless, consistent and paperless service experience at every touch point of the journey. DigiYatra will follow Air Seva, an initiative to handle customers' grievances and provide real-time data to passengers. The key benefits of DigiYatra will be efficient trip planning by identifying ticket price trends, advanced biometric security solutions, provide relevant information related to flights, queue, lengths at airport, timings of flight, etc. ID proof made mandatory to book domestic flight tickets. The Ministry of Civil Aviation made ID proofs to be furnished compulsorily at the time of booking. The ID can be Aadhaar card, passport or PAN card. In order to get the benefits under DigiYatra, Aadhaar number must be mandatorily furnished, otherwise one may opt for other mentioned IDs. This measure will also ensure the companies to ban unruly passengers from taking flights. World Environment Day 2017 on 5th June. It is Global Worldwide Awareness and Action Campaign for Environment Protection by the United Nations. Total 143 countries participated in this campaign, which was designed by UN General Assembly in 1972 and held for the first time in 1974. The theme for 2017 is connecting people to nature in the city and on the land, from the poles to the equator. Host nation for 2017 is Canada. Nepal-China signed agreement for hydroelectric plant. China will build Nepal's largest hydroelectric plant in the country at the cost of $2.5 billion. It will be 1200 megawatt project named as Budi Gandaki Hydroelectric Project. Nepal is a par-defect landlocked nation which sourced much of its electricity from India. Member countries of GCC sever ties with Qatar. The countries of Gulf Cooperation Council which restrict their ties with Qatar are Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, Yemen and Egypt. They restricted all the relations with Qatar, including their flights and citizens too. The decision was made on the allegation that Qatar is funding terrorist groups including ISIS, Muslim Brotherhood and Hamas. Qatar also sponsored news channel Al Jazeera, which is seen as voice of such groups. Indian origin politician is all set to become next Prime Minister of Ireland. Leo Varadkar, who is half Indian, is a leader of Fine Gael Party of Ireland. Last year, Enda Kenny of the Fine Gael was appointed as the PM of the Ireland. Enda Kenny resigned from his party and thus Leo Varadkar is chosen as his successor by his party. Taoiseach is the word from PM post in Ireland, which is an Irish word for chieftain leader. Ireland is non-secular Catholic nation. RBI clarified over its prompt corrective action on public sector banks. RBI has recently taken an action over some PSBs under prompt corrective action which have high NPAs. The rumor had that it will affect the operations of these banks, where RBI has now clarified that this action would not put any kind of constraint over normal banking operations for the public. The PSBs on which RBI has till date took this action are Dena Bank, IDBI Bank, Indian Overseas Bank and UCO Bank. Under the new PCA framework, the bankers are allowed only up to net NPA ratio of 6%. Breaching this limit could result in RBI asking them to set all their assets. The PCA assessed banks on three parameters, namely capital ratios, asset quality and profitability. National Stock Exchange opened its international exchange at Gift City. Bombay Stock Exchange has already opened its IFSC at Gift City. Gift City is the India's first international financial services center which was opened in 2015 at Gujarat capital Gandhinagar. Gandhinagar is also dubbed as India's first smart city. India's share market regulator SEBI allowed to run exchanges for 23 hours in a day and to settle traders at least twice a day. India ranked 10th in FDI inflows in 2016, but the future seems to be bright. Union Nation Conference on Trade and Development published its World Investment Report 2017, which said that last year in 2016, India was ranked at 10th in FDI inflows. In 2015, total $44 billion came in India as FDI. Despite India's 10th rank, the report projected that India will become top 3 FDI destination in the world for the next 2 years till 2019. Other 2 countries in the top 3 will be USA and China. It is also expected that the global FDI will rise to $1.8 trillion in 2017 at a 5% growth. RBI kept repo rate unchanged at its second bimonthly policy for 2017 to 18. The repo rate was kept unchanged at 6.25% by the 6 members Monetary Policy Committee of the RBI. MPC takes their decision by consensus of their members. Ravindra Dholakia, one of the members of MPC, however, voted against keeping repo rate unchanged. However, RBI has decreased its inflation on forecast for the current year. For the first half of the year, the inflation might be in the range of 2 to 3.5%, whereas the later half it would be 3.5 to 4.5%. Union Cabinet approved IREDA IPO. Total 13.9 crore equity shares were approved by the Cabinet. Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency is a registered NBFC which works with Ministry of New and Renewable Energy to help it implement its policies. It is a mini Ratna GOI enterprise under administrative control of Monterey. It was established in 1987 with the motto Energy Forever. India's heaviest rocket GSLV Mk3 successfully launched GSAT-19 satellite. The rocket weighs around 640 tons and is capable to carry satellites up to 4 tons. This particular GSLV flight is named as GSLV Mk3D1. The rocket uses India's first indigenously developed cryogenic engine which uses liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen as a fuel. It is developed by ISRO. GSLV Mk3 is 43.43 meters high and is a 3-stage engine rocket. Currently, NASA's 110.2 meters high Saturn V rocket has the maximum payload capacity of 48 tons. Indian naval sailing vessel INSV Tarini entered Mauritius for the first time. Tarini is the second sailboat of Indian Navy after INSV Madai, which was commissioned in 2009 in Indian Navy. Tarini name was taken from Tara Tarini temple, whereas Madai was a river which originates from Karnataka and flows into Arabian Sea after passing through Goa. Madai, Mandovi, Mahadai river is known as the lifeline of Goa state. In August 2017, the INSV Tarini would carry first Indian all-woman crew of Indian Navy expedition led by Limited Commander Vartika Joshi to circumvent the globe. Tata Advanced System Limited starts delivering the parts of Chinook helicopters to Boeing. Indian Defence Military has signed a deal in 2015 with US aerospace company Boeing for CH-47F Chinook helicopters. TASL, which is manufactured partner of Boeing Corporation, starts delivering the parts for these helicopters, which gets manufactured in Hyderabad facility of TASL. CH-47F Chinook helicopter is advanced multi-mission heavy lift helicopter. Boeing will start its delivery in 2019. WHO classified antibiotic drugs into 3 categories to prevent antibiotic resistance. The categories made by International Health Agency WHO are Access, Watch and Reserve. The drug under categories made are Access, commonly used antibiotics; Watch, second line of antibiotics more potent than drugs under Access; Reserve, more potent antibiotics which should only be used as last resort drug. B. Sai Praneeth won gold medal in Thailand Grand Prix title. He won the final against Indonesian shuttler Christy Jonathan by 17-21, 21-18 and 21-19. This is the second title of the Sai Praneeth after he won Singapore Open Super Series. He won his first international title in July last year at Canada Open Grand Prix. The President of Badminton Association of India, Himanta Biswa Sarma, announced a cash prize of Rs 3 lakh to him. Rohan Bopanna won his first tennis Grand Slam title in mixed doubles event of French Open. Bopanna won French Open with her Canadian partner Gabriel Dabrowski by defeating their opponents in the final by 2-6, 6-2. French Open is also known as Roland Garros. So here we end up with today's current affair bulletin. Please do like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.